The most dangerous issue in US-China relations is Taiwan. It is one issue that can actually lead to war between US and China. If Taiwan declares independence and says it wants to become an independent country, then China will declare war. This is 100% certain, and everyone in Asia knows this. The best thing we can do is keep the status quo, which preserves autonomy for Taiwan. That is the way to avoid a war in South China Sea. The US says its primary interest is to protect freedom of navigation in South China Sea. But the US is not a claimant to any territories in the South China Sea. The claimants are China, Philippines, Vietnam, and Malaysia. As a claimant in the region, China has a greater interest than US in making sure freedom of navigation is protected. Why? Because China trades more with the world than the US does. China would lose more if there's no freedom of navigation. If there is going to be a war in South China Sea, it could be between China and Philippines, or between China and Vietnam, or between China and Malaysia. But all these war scenarios are unlikely to happen. When the US Navy keeps international waterways open, it is doing China a massive favor. The only problem in South China Sea is between Philippines and China, not between the US and China. Today, when the US expresses concern over Taiwan, it is not because the US cares about the people of Taiwan. The US simply misappropriates Taiwan as a convenient geopolitical issue to go against China. To say that China is threatening democracy is just a pretext the US uses to get at China. Taiwan issues is all about the interests of the US, never about the interest of democracy nor that of Taiwan.